Hello, guys, and welcome to episode number 10. I knew this before I started, and I've already forgot. I think it's episode 10 of Kit Room. Thank you for joining me if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on audio platforms. Today, we're going to have a draw on who our guest is today. And it's Rob Fletcher.
Another win.
If you'd like to introduce yourself.
I'm Rob Fletcher, otherwise known as the man who wins all the raffles on Twitter. Nice to be here. I'm looking forward to talking shirts today.
So you messaged me minutes before recording that you were counting up how many raffles you'd won.
Yes.
How many has it got to?
It's 8 so far. I think I checked the first one that I entered was the 24th of July. Shamefully, I had to actually search on Twitter RAFFLE at Rob Fletcher because I'd forgotten some ones that I'd won. And literally some of the ones that I won were like some of the biggest shirts that I'd actually won, which is quite embarrassing really. But yeah, it's been a bit, that was a bit mad really. Yeah.
It is quite funny though, that seeing the draws happen, or because I never watched them live. I know some people live streamed them or what, but I just remember like leaving Twitter for an hour and then going back on and then just seeing your name everywhere. Yeah. And it's like, and the winner is again Rob Fletcher. If you don't know, I did change my name on Twitter. I know you know. If anyone's watching, I changed my name on Twitter to Rob Fletcher in the hope that I'd win one. I didn't.
And I think since then I haven't won either, so maybe the luck has completely gone.
Oh, it's bad juju. That's on me. I apologise. I haven't asked again. I apologise. So what you're wearing, that is a lovely shirt, and I believe it's you tweeted about it being one of your Grail shirts, wasn't it?
It is actually, yeah. It's France 1990-91, and it is a Grail shirt for me. I had this shirt when I was 6 years old. A holiday fake that my uncle had brought back from Magaluf or Ibiza or somewhere in 91. They had Papan 9 on the back. I vividly remember it because the blue's quite striking, the red and white's quite striking on it. So that's like 29 years ago I had that shirt, and I always thought about it. And I was looking back through my phone actually, and I first put the picture on my phone in about April time to be like, right, if I'm going to start getting back into collecting shirts more seriously again, I'd love to have that one day. I thought, I'll definitely buy it. Then you look at prices and you think, wow, Don't think I'm going to get that one anytime soon. But I'd sold a couple of shirts and I was chatting to a few lads on Twitter. I said, look, this shirt is here and it's about 40 or 50 quid less than anywhere I've seen it before. And they were like, just go for it. You know, you've sold a couple. You might as well get one in. So I thought, I'll just go for it. But I absolutely love it. I mean, even like the Adidas stripes in the different colours and stuff on the sleeves and, you know, the design. And I actually found last night, I found the jacket that goes with it that I think CFS had posted the other day. There is a jacket that goes with the shirt. Incredible.
Oh, wow.
So that'll definitely be a save up and possibly try and buy that at some point.
That has to be. I think actually I saw the jacket on their Instagram and it is glorious. But
it is pretty incredible.
I am a fan of jackets. I am wearing the 2014-15 Cultural Leonosa. I think this one was a goalkeeper shirt. But yeah. I thought I'd dress for the occasion. This was what, 75th anniversary, I think.
I mean, it's pretty incredible that even exists, isn't it? As a football shirt.
Yeah, it is bizarre. But it was in the 2014-15 was around the time of the wacky Spanish kits in terms of the food produce ones. I don't know if they continue, but I know there was the prom one, and then a year later they did it again because Clax Football Shirts were a sponsor on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they have carried that on, but it's bizarre.
Yeah, it does seem a bit of a weird tradition or trend or something to just start throwing food on football shirts. And then you look online and think, oh, just Google that, you know, and you think, that much for that? But you think they probably don't make a lot of them because they probably go out there thinking, if we sell 100 of these, wouldn't it be great? If we sell 300, wouldn't it be great? There's probably not that many of them around. Wasn't there another Hummel one with the Ibiza DJ on or something like that?
Yes. Yeah,
That's
there is.
Another limited edition one. And they go for like 60, 70, 80 quid, I think.
Do they? Because they weren't that expensive a few months ago.
No.
Wow, I missed out on that one. I do have I'm waiting for the Homer one to go up in price. I can't remember which, the Argentinian goalkeeper one.
Yeah.
I want the itchy and scratchy one, but I'm still yet to get that one.
As soon as they appear, they've gone, haven't they? If that's on Twitter, 30 seconds later, you know someone's messaged them and that's gone.
Yeah, 100%. So we can see the rail behind you. Is that all your shirts, or is that just a select few?
No, that's all of them. Yeah, I did a little count up before. I'm on 99 shirts.
Ooh,
actually.
Any clue on what the 100th will be?
I am hoping it's a Champions League shirt because I've got a few of those on the way.
Yes,
I'm sure we'll come to that at some point. But it is a pretty iconic Champions League shirt as well. So I'm hoping that's coming next. I buy a lot of shirts off of eBay, so I buy from all over the world. I'm not really precious about where I get them from, as long as I can kind of check out that they're legit and they're a decent price and whatever. I don't mind waiting a month for something. I can't even remember. I think it might be coming from Italy, possibly. I don't think it's in the greatest condition in the world, but it's a pretty good one. So hopefully that'll be next. But it'll definitely be the Liverpool 2019 Champions League winner shirt that I got the other day for 20 quid. That'll definitely be the 100th. I'm like, oh, great, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, probably just getting in before it. But I mean, we'll touch on that now because you were looking at angling your collection in a certain way. Obviously, I know you're a Middlesbrough fan, so you've got plenty of Middlesbrough shirts behind you. You do also have 6 or 7 Instagram TV episodes of you going into detail about them. They were very informative. I enjoyed them. So you've now got a new plan on where to take your collection. What is this plan?
Yeah, so I've always had football shirts. I think I was saying before about the France one. I had like in the early 90s, I was getting cheap shirts from JJB. I had like the 1990-91 home Arsenal. I had a Rangers Admiral shirt. I had the England Italia 90. I was a bit of a Man United fan for a couple of years and had a few of their Umbro bits. But I've always had Borough stuff and I've always bought shirts for football. When I started getting stuff again, it was just like, right, what Borough shirts do I like? Can I get them? Then I started getting into the early 90s Umbro stuff that I've got quite a bit of. And then Goal, the Twitter account, they'd posted like a GIF that was flashing up all the Champions League shirts. I thought, oh, that's brilliant. That I've seen some people collect like, oh, I'm going to collect the Italia 90. I think Dougie from CFS is doing that. And there's someone else who's doing World Cup 94. And I thought, that'll be a good one. Then I saw the picture of all the shirts together and I was like, okay. But I've put it out on Twitter that I'm going to do it. And I thought, I'll try and see what I can find. And then some of the prices are crazy. So I always try and cull out a few shirts every now and again, because when I started buying stuff in lockdown, especially, the amount of deals, I know Kit Spy was on one of the other episodes, there's like a deal every day. I'm like, oh, I need that. I'll have that. And then after a while, you kind of think, nah, but I'll move a few of them on through eBay or Twitter or whatever. So yeah, I'm on the Champions League challenge. So I'm looking for Champions League winner shirts from 93 to 2000, just the winners. Now, it doesn't need to say, Champions League embroidery with the Champions League badge on and name sets and whatever else. I just want to get them because as I've been looking more and more, there are actually some really, really good shirts.
Yeah.
There's some that are kind of a bit more generic, but you can pick them up at a reasonable price. But yeah, so I've just counted up. I've got 10 out of the 27 so far. Bad. And I think I've got 2 or 3 that are coming. But I sold about the same amount of just things that I'd either fallen out of love with or, other people had messaged me about and said, oh, if you are ever selling that, I don't mind having that one. Concluding a couple of raffle wins that I shuffled out to a good home. So I always try and, if it's on Twitter, I mean, I've not got a massive following, but most people who follow me are shirt collectors. So I'd rather do it on there. And just, if someone's really after this kind of shirt, then I think fan to fan's quite a good way to do it. And that's what I think's been great about the community thing. I've had loads of messages about people saying, I've got this Champions League shirt. I found this Champions League shirt on eBay. Is this the one you need? Is this the right year? I've just got a delivery of a swap that I've just done as well.
Okay.
Which is quite a good shirt. I know we're on an audio audience, but I thought we're video as well, so I might as well show some stuff.
Yeah, it will be going out on YouTube as well. So if you you bet you guys you wish you were watching now.
This is the shirt that I've just got in a swap, and I think it's from someone who I did my very first swap with on Shirt Exchange. I know you had Mike and Addy on who run Shirt Exchange, but I love that. And I started that maybe like in May, June or whatever. But this was the swap that I got.
Right.
2003 Milan.
Okay. Oh no.
With Rui Costa on the back. So I was a bit like, yeah, sounds perfect.
What did you swap for that?
Immobile Lazio centenary shirt from last season.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's
I bought a Barcelona one from as well, like the 2015 with the little Catalonia flag in the V. Yeah, so I got those two. They came today as well. So thanks, Will.
Yeah, I'm on that.
My first Milan shirt. My first AC Milan shirt. Can't believe it.
I don't own a Milan shirt. I've got a jacket which I swapped with. I forgot which one. I think it was Andy from Shirt Union. I had that Italy '90 jacket, and I swapped.
Oh, nice! Yeah,
I swapped him for the AC Milan jacket because I just stopped wearing the Italy ones. I was like, if someone's going to find more use for it than myself, then yeah, great.
Yeah.
I thought I may as well take an AC shirt because I don't have one. I've got a couple Inter ones, but no, I need to jump on the AC train. But you touched there that this Aprilish time that you started to collect shirts prim and proper. What was it that kickstarted it again? Was it?
It was actually last summer. I bought a shirt on eBay. It was a Borough shirt from Brian Robson's first season. So it was this one. So I bought that one for 30 quid. And I thought, oh, that's a lot for an old shirt, isn't it? Obviously, I bought from CFS before, and for a couple of years, just buying like more modern stuff. I play at like 6 aside, 7 aside, whatever. So I always would buy, 50 quid's worth of shirts. But you used to get like 3 or 4 for that, didn't you? From CFS, the more new ones. So I bought that for like 30 quid. Then lockdown happened, and I started going on Twitter a bit more because I had a bit more free time in the evenings and the weekends and stuff. I'm a teacher, so I don't have evenings and weekends. And I bought that, and I thought, I love the blue and black Borough away shirt. If anyone follows me on Twitter, I witter on about the shirt all the time. I think it's the best ever Borough shirt. It's an away shirt, and it's just amazing. And it was on eBay, and I thought, you know what? I want that. I'm just going to go and buy it. I'm just going to buy it because I like it. And then I think about 3 days later, when I look on my eBay purchases, it was like 27th of March, 28th of March, 29th of March, 30th of March, 1st of April. And then it just snowballs, doesn't it? You start chatting to other people. Then you see people have got threads of sales shirts. Then you see raffles. Then you see people doing deals on new shirts. So I was thinking, I want to buy shirts that I like. I was chatting to someone the other day. I sold a couple of shirts that were pretty good that have got tags on. But I thought to myself, I'm not going to wear a shirt that's got a tag on. So if someone else wants it more than me, I'll let them have it. So basically my ethos was, do I like it and will I wear it? And if that's a yes, then I'll buy it. So that's kind of how I started. I've chatted to a few lads who've got Borough shirts, and they've helped me get so many of like the early shirts that I didn't have. And then obviously eBay is just a nightmare on a daily basis.
Yeah, I do try and avoid eBay. It's I am currently waiting on I won a Italy '94 jacket. It's one of them jackets that I've been after for ages. And I know it's not very rare because everyone seems to have one. And there's always one on sale somewhere, but I won an eBay auction for 36 quid for it.
Nice.
I won it about a week ago, and I only got an email yesterday to say that the guy had posted it. I was like, why have you sat on it? I thought he just took my money and ran, to be honest.
Yeah. I've unfortunately never had I've had one shirt that was fake on eBay, and they didn't say it was. I mean, everyone's bought fakes over the years because they've bought a wrong shirt, or they were buying it cheap, or they were wearing it around the house or whatever. But that was the only one, and it was pretty good actually. I think it was a Lazio 93-94. It looked like the Kappa basic shirts that you often see for Juve, where everything's all printed in, but they were still Kappa of like official Kappa products. They were just the cheaper version. It looked like that, so I went for it and took a punt on it. Didn't work out, and I sent it back to him from Italy, and he was like, yep, there's your money back, no worries. Absolutely no comment, nothing. It's like, yep, no problem, and that was it. But the rest of them have been all right, because the one that I panicked about the most that I bought from eBay was a Barca shirt, a Meba Barca shirt, so 85 to 89, because some of the most fake shirts, aren't they, like out there?
Yeah,
Was it. It was at like 11 o'clock at night, with 0 bids, right? But it had a starting price of about 80 quid. I thought, I'm sure I've seen those shirts for like 200 quid, 250 quid. So I thought, I'd lost out on on another shirt online. I thought, do you know what? I'll just put a little cheeky bid in, see what happens. And someone on Instagram had actually posted their shirt with their little tag. So I was thinking, right, if this tag checks out, this is going to be real. And luckily, the person who was selling it put a picture of the tag and it was real. And I put 85 quid on it and I got it for £82.
Jesus.
Which is quite a lot of money, don't get me wrong, for a football shirt. But you can't get one for less than 150 quid.
Well, exactly.
And then for £15, so I've got a little boy who's 4, right? So he's got a little bit of growing to do. But I managed to get a kid's version, 15 quid.
Jesus.
So that's age 9 to 10. So he's only 4. But, you know, when he grows up, imagine playing with your mates. Oh, my dad's got me a 1985 Barcelona Maybe shirt when I was 4. In mint condition.
Are you going to allow him to play in that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, football shirts are for wearing, aren't they? Let's be honest. I know we collect them and we love them. We look after them. Like, I'm not going to go play six-a-side in this, obviously. But, you know, you've got to wear them, haven't you? For me, that's what it's about. I know a lot of people like to keep them and it's like a bit of a collection. And I'm totally on board with that as well. But I've always been, wearing for footy. I'm the lad who turns up in a 1995 Real Madrid Kelme to play six-a-side on a rainy Thursday night. You know what I mean? Might be a bit annoying, but
I mean, I'd like to. I just shockingly, I live in the city the city centre of Birmingham, and there's 3, 4 well-known clubs a stone's throw away from me. There is very few facilities to play football in the city centre. It is insane. Yeah. But we'll dive a little deeper into your collection then. Yeah. So we're just pushing on 100 in terms of what you own, but you've got some in the post. So we'll allow it. Any other than the Champions League winners? Are there any other themes or collections of kits that you've got? Obviously, you've got a Middlesbrough section. Yeah.
So the Borough section is pretty standard chronological order of the shirts that I like. But I started to get into Umbro. So I bought an Inter Umbro shirt in about April. That was when I started to sort of dip my toe in the water of like proper classic shirts that weren't Borough, basically. And I'm a big Champman footy manager player. And the first one I had was 93, 94. It was the Italian League. So I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Italian League. Watch Gazzetta Football Italia, watch football on a Sunday. We didn't have Sky. So the football on a Sunday, that was all you had. So basically the Umbro stuff was what I started to get first. So it was that one. It has to be with the Fitgar sponsor because it was that 91, 92. So they only had it for a season. Obviously, you can get them in other ones. But like the little detail on the collar, just saying Inter. And then when you open the collar, the fact it's got like the little blue and black stripes.
I do like that.
In the collar. And then you can't really see, but within the fabric, you've probably seen it, but it says Inter, like, and it says Umbro. So I thought, right, I want to collect that set of them. So I got the away shirt as well. But then I saw this on eBay. And I thought, the keeper shirt, I need to have that. And it says Inter in like the material of the shirt as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's similar to the Spurs shirt, if you've seen the blue Spurs shirt, the third one. But then I also managed to get around a similar time an Ajax one as well. So I got that Ajax home shirt. I was like, I wonder what the away one's like for that. And then it turns out the away one is that one that has...
That one, right, okay.
Ajax printed in as well. So there's a Spurs one that I need to get at some point when I've finished this crazy, stupid Champions League challenge. And then try and get the Spurs one, because I've got a couple of other Spurs, Umbro. So I got one, managed to get this one. So that's a pretty cool one.
Oh, I do like that.
But obviously Gaza wore number 8. So that was nice. And that's flock printed and it's absolutely pristine. I think a lot of the time when you get stuff off eBay, people panic that you're going to have cigarette burns and holes and it's going to have a kid's name written in it and it's all that sort of stuff. But a lot of the time it's just people clearing out their loft. There's obviously like a lot of sellers. There's obviously a lot of people out there who are sort of throwing any old junk on there. But a lot of the stuff is just literally people clearing out stuff they've kept. The Barcelona Maybe one, I messaged the guy after I bought it. He said he bought it in Ibiza when he was 21 in a sports shop. But I was like, what? That's a great story because I did that when I was a kid. You know, when you went on holiday with your parents and they were like, right, you can have one thing to take home from your holiday. And I was like, football kit, football shirt. So I had like the Real Madrid, like 99. I had the Barcelona. My sister even was getting kits there. And my birthday's in August, so I'm a summer birthday. So we'd often be on holiday. And they'd get me the Borough kit and bring it. So I had like the New Borough kits when I was on holiday and all sorts of stuff like that. So
Okay. I'm thinking about it. I never really did any of that. I'm trying to think what holidays I went on as a child, but they always never seemed to be anywhere near either a football club or just somewhere where it like casting my mind back. I can't think of where there would have been a shop we could have bought shirts from.
We just went to the standard like Balearic Islands, like Mallorca, Ibiza, Menorca. You just rotate the three on a year by year basis, and then find a sports shop. Do you remember used to get them in those boxes? You used to get the little kit boxes. It's a little bit like the kids' kits. Now they were never the exact. We used to get the full kit, so you have the shirt, the shorts, socks in a nice little box. It's pretty cool.
I don't remember that. It could be a bit before my time, though. I'm not too sure. I did. I do. I went. I never went on like a lad's holiday or anything. When I finished, was it when I finished high school? Before college, I think. I went to Gran Canaria with my friend and his family. I remember just going through a shopping centre and there was a shop doing shirts and just football stuff. And I looked in and it was like, oh, this is awesome. And then got a closer look at the shirts. So I was like, these are awful.
That was always the danger. I've had many of those in my time as well, like through that time. So that was like mid to late 90s was my kind of era, my teens when I was watching football and watching Borough and going through all that.
Yeah, there was somewhere like the Nike tick was upside down and stuff. Yeah. Like, they all catch someone out, but not me. I was going to ask what was the latest one that you've bought or that's arrived, but as you say, you got some on the way. And
I got a few today. I got the AC Milan today. I got Barcelona today. Yeah, a couple of those. I think was that it. Yeah, yesterday I got the. Was it yesterday? The days blend into one, don't they, when you get on football shirts? I think that was yesterday. Yeah, that was this was yesterday. So the United 99 Champions League with 1 star. So that means it was released before they'd won in Barcelona against Bayern Munich. Now, I never thought that would be a thing, but I thought, do you know what? If I'm going to get it, wouldn't it be great if I could get that one? I didn't even know. To be honest, I used to like United in like 92 when they were winning everything because I was a Glory supporter for a couple of years because Borough were rubbish. And I didn't even know that more than one of them existed. And then I was talking to the Shirt Union lads and they're like, oh yeah, the 1 star one is obviously before they won. Like normally you see it with the final embroidered and 2 stars, which was released afterwards. So I was quite lucky to get that one. But the big one, like the big buy, if you like, was this one. That came yesterday.
I did see you tweet that. I like how this is also off screen, this part of the rail. So it's like, what are you gonna pull out? What are you gonna pull out?
So I'd seen one with a Zidane 5 on the back for £275.
Jesus.
And I was like, no, you want to cry? I think I've started this challenge, and I thought, God, I can't even get like a 2002 Real Madrid shirt. How am I supposed to get a Marseille 93 or whatever? But this wasn't £275. It was a lot less than that. And I'll try and get a Zidane 5. I think once I've got them, I'll try and get like cool names put on them, like from people from the final or whatever it might be. So I think that'll be quite cool because there's quite a lot of people who are getting it. I know Spy was talking about his heat press and they talk about footprint and that as well. And there's one of the lads who we know who's a Borough fan who's got a heat press. So I'm just going to try and get. They're quite easy to come by. It seems to be the name sets and stuff. So I think that'll look good with the Zidane. That was Retro Football Shirt Store who had that. Who's got some pretty good stuff. But yeah, I was pleased with that one.
You're going to get Torres on the Chelsea one. From when did they win? Was it 2015?
Like I should know this. 2012. I've got a little picture. I got a little picture from the goal Twitter feed with them all on. I started like crossing them out as I was going along.
Oh, okay.
2012. So I've got that one on the way. Managed to get that on Depop for a decent price. So the big ones that are apparently the ones that are hardest to get is Porto 2004.
Yeah.
That just is impossible to get and impossible to get in decent condition.
I can imagine why.
The Milan 94, I've seen one of them, and it was £750.
Christ.
Because
was it worn?
I don't even know if it was released. So basically, they had it's the white one. It was the first Champions League final I ever watched, actually, in 1994. They beat Barca 4-0. I remember thinking, football's pretty good. Quite like this.
This is all right, this.
This is all right. You know, if people are this good all the time. And then I turned to support Borough that summer, and I was like, well, this is not what football looked like when I was watching the Champions League final. So it's the all-white one with the one star, and it's got the Scudetto badge, a star with a red collar. I think the away shirt from that season had another one with the blue and black across with Motta in red. Like they're quite readily available, but it's not the Champions League final shirt. So I might have to this rail might have to get donated just to have that. Or if anybody's got it and can just borrow it to me and I can take a picture of them all together, that would be amazing. But, you know, I think that's probably pie in the sky.
My fingers are crossed for you. I'm trying to think what my first Champions League final was that I watched. But I just remember, like, if I wasn't in school, I was probably playing PS3. Yeah. So I probably missed a lot of them. I do remember the Bayern against Dortmund one. But it was because that night it was like the first house party I was invited to, because I was never a very popular child. But everyone went outside, and the music were awful. So I turned that off and put the Champions League final on the telly, and everyone came back in. It was like, "What's this?" I was like, "It's the final." Well,
it's funny actually. I've got one of those random Champions League stories. So I live in Liverpool now. I'm from Middlesbrough, but I live in Liverpool, and I went to uni in Sheffield. So this was 2005, the Liverpool final. We were all out all together as mates, and we were watching the first half. We were all going to go out after the Champions League final, right? And, you know, have a drink or whatever. So we watched the first half, and we got to half-time, 3-0 to Milan. We sort of looked around, and we were like, can we be bothered to watch another half of this? It's going to be absolutely dreadful. So we went out, and back then, obviously, Wetherspoons and all that, they never had the football on, anything. So we went to Wetherspoons for like 3 hours. And then my dad texted me like, that is the greatest final I've ever seen. And we were like, we were thinking to do it like 7-0. You know, we weren't on Twitter at that time. We didn't get notifications to our phone. Some of us probably still had phones that didn't have colour screens. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't take pictures on a night out. And we were like, they won. And we thought, well, we've just missed like one of the greatest Champions League finals of all time just to get drunk in Wetherspoons on £1.79 bottles of Reef.
Oh, no.
Those were the days.
Was there not one of the friends who took around a portable radio?
Yeah.
So you didn't get the Inter shirt for £700, the Real Madrid shirt for 280 odd.
No.
But what is the most expensive one you own? And if you're comfortable saying the price,
the Real Madrid one was more expensive than this one, and this was the most expensive shirt that I bought.
Right.
I've only spent over £100 twice, and both of them were over 100.
Okay, fair. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I try not to. It was very, very recently that I'd done that, but like I said, sold a couple. I basically thought if I can sell 2, I can buy this one. And I was thinking, well, I'll sell those 2, then I can have that one. And it was the same with the Real. I thought if I sell those 2, I'll get that one. I've always tried to kind of keep it a bit of a balance. I think if I want one more than another, then, you know, go for it. I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, I've bought 7 shirts off eBay today. How did that happen? Yeah. Sale thread incoming from @Rob Fletcher.
Yeah, so my first payday after lockdown, where I worked, it was due to open in March, but obviously it couldn't. So they did the big opening, big launch. There's a couple of discounts going around, and then Eat Out Help Out as well. So I was slammed with hours, and then payday happened. And I was like, oh my, like this is amazing. No, it was my first proper payday of the year because I was made redundant in January. So, so I was like, this is great. I think I bought like 4 or 5 shirts, and I did get a few grails though. To be honest, I got
I think that's if you can do that, because I mean you could quite easily spend a lot of money just getting, you know, I bought this for 15, I bought that for 25, I bought that for 30, bought this for 20, and then you look at them, and you go, oh yeah, I'm really pleased to have them. And then you look at another shirt, it was for like, I don't know, 80 quid or something. I could have got that. It was a little bit like that with raffles, actually. I think people get a bit of raffle fatigue, don't they? Because they enter 10 of them and they spend 60 quid and they don't win anything. You think, well, you could have bought it. I've got that. That's how much I paid 60 for that United shirt. You know, you could have got a United 99 Champions League final shirt, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But, you know, everybody's going to do whatever they're doing. As long as you're not going too crazy. and whatever you can do is within your means. So it's no problem, really, is it? We can't do anything else, can we? Let's be honest.
True. I'm not much of a deal savvy person, or looking through. I don't have the patience to sift through eBay for 3 hours to find a potential deal. So it comes down to payday, and I will comfortably spend 80, 90, depending on the shirt, maybe just over 100 for a shirt. And I don't mind getting like one every 2 months rather than getting 7. But like, it's not the big showpiece ones. But I want to start getting more City shirts, and especially older ones. And now, obviously, with the success that City have had, the older ones have rocketed up in price, especially our Kappa kits. So
those Kappa ones are great. I always was. What year did City go down to the second division? 99, 2000. Or 2000, 2001.
So the 99.
Oh, was it early?
98, 99 was the playoff final to get into Division 1. Against,
so they were my team on Champman, 98, 99 City, because the team was clash. You had like Peter Beardsley randomly still there, but I think he only actually stayed for about 3 weeks. But obviously, because they didn't have data editors all the time, the City team was absolutely unbelievable. So I always used to be them on Footy Manager that 98. But they had the quality Kappa kits as well, didn't you? And the crazy Nicky Weaver goalkeeper jerseys and all those.
That Nicky Weaver goalkeeper shirt, the orange one that he wore in the final. Yeah. I found that in a thrift shop in Birmingham for 15 quid.
That's crazy.
It was really handy because I did an episode of my main podcast on the Kappa kits for City, especially the away one. And I actually interviewed Nicky Weaver for it. So I went to Sheffield and spoke to him about it. And then like I published the episode, and like 2 weeks later I go in the shop and find it. I was like, oh my God, like I have never seen this shirt anywhere before. So I had to buy it. Do you know what? I actually have his number. I was tempted to text him being like, I've just got your shirt. But
and then he'd give you, this is my one that I actually wore in the playoff final to get us promoted.
He does still have it. He said it was framed. He said it was framed up at his mum and dad's house, and he's not washed it, so it's still got bits of turf from North Wembley.
That's quality.
It's pretty insane. He did say, I asked him what else he kept, and he was like, so there was times where I think he gave his gloves away on that game, or his boots or something. He was like, looking back, I wish I kept them.
I
was like, I bet you wish you kept everything, like their boot tape or anything. It's like, that's coming home with me.
It's like a little pension pot, isn't it, for football players, especially the way that memorabilia and shirts and stuff are at the moment. It's crazy.
Yeah, but who saw it going like this though?
Well, no, I know.
I mean, you said that April last year you picked up a Borough shirt for 30 quid. You're like, even thinking then that were a bit steep.
I thought, I've always bought like more. So I've got most of the Hummel stuff that we've had since like 2018 that I've been buying, and then they're like 45 quid or whatever. So 30 quid felt a lot for an old shirt, because you think like classic football shirts probably had them for like 80 quid at the time. But even now on eBay, that same one will probably go for 60 quid, which is mad when you think we're only little Middlesbrough. But, because you're not a massive club, mostly if you support Middlesbrough, you're from Middlesbrough, and there's like 120,000 people. They bought all the Borough shirts. Nobody else bought them. But Inter Milan shirts or Juve, I remember Juve in the 90s just beating everybody. Like I said before, we're getting shirts on holidays and stuff. So you can kind of imagine those being quite widely available. Some of the Borough ones, like some of these like early 90s ones, like that was our Premier League shirt, and then First Division shirt. Like they're so hard to get hold of, those ones. And this is another one. It's the only, if you notice, the colours are generally like blue and red for Borough, but we had like a jade green away shirt when Robson arrived. This is the first year we had Area, like the Italian make. We were their first football team ever, and we never ever had this colour ever again. So this is like a pretty rare one. And I got it for a decent price, like during lockdown, if you like. But you're looking at like 90 quid, 100 quid maybe for them sometimes, if they just let loose. If they're let loose on eBay, you know what it's like sometimes. I remember I was listening to one of the other pods, and you were talking about the Kappa shirt that I think you lost out on by a quid or 2 quid or something. Or you won it. I can't remember. But I think it was me who messaged you underneath, I think, and said, I've been watching that one or something like that. And it is mad, isn't it? How like once that one shirt is on there, because they don't come on very regularly, even me as like a non-City fan, I tend to I had 265 items on my watch list on eBay. I just like to see how much other teams' shirts sell for, just out of like out of interest or whatever. Because sometimes people come to you, they probably do with you. How much would you pay for this? Or how much would you sell this for? Or I'm looking to get this shirt. Am I paying too much for it or whatever? So it's quite a good thing. But Borough ones, like that City one, if you let it loose on eBay, you don't even know what it's going to go to.
Yeah, there are that shirt does need a bit of care. Like on the collar, there's quite a big hole. But I did try it on. That collar is really, really tight to get your head through. So I can understand where this rip has come from. Because like the shirt's a medium, but the hole's like a youth size.
It's crazy when that happens. I've got a Borough one like that as well. It's like so I'm like medium to XL generally. But sometimes my head's probably like L to XL. So depending on like the size of the collar, you're like ripping the shirt to shreds as you're trying to yank it over your head.
Yeah, I felt a bit guilty putting it on. So we've asked about your most expensive one. What is your best steal?
I mean,
you traded.
That trade was pretty good. The Barca Maber one, probably getting that at that price at the time, because that was like that was probably early August. So that's when I was starting to get a few more sort of classic bits, if you like. So that was probably it. That one's probably one of the better ones. These Borough ones, actually, the one that I just showed you and this one, so they had the same design, basically. So that was the away shirt and the third shirt.
Right.
And then, because they're quite rare, and I managed to get them in a deal with this one as well. You might remember this one. Like from the Ravanelli, Janino, Emerson, pretty mad 96, 97 Borough team. But I managed to get like the three of them at a decent enough price. They weren't like bargain basement stuff. But because they're quite rare, the fact that I got all three at once, it felt like, a pretty good deal. But stuff on eBay I bought England shirts for like £2, £3 or whatever. And they're good for playing footy in, you know what I mean? I know Addy always talks about the tailored by Umbra. He got me onto that stuff. But you can always pick them up on eBay. He loves them, doesn't he? He always puts that little picture with the circle of shirts, I think, or the lines of shirts. But they're quality shirts, but they're so like mass produced, you can get them for like under a tenner, which is quite rare.
Yeah.
But I think, probably the Barca. The Inter one was a pretty decent bargain. I think it's a funny one, isn't it, actually? Because like this one, so I'll get this one out. This was a raffle win, right? So this was from Dom on Twitter. So I'd basically won. I'd won the PSG shirt. I'd won the Wu Honda bundle, the Serie A bundle, which had like 15 pieces in. Then I didn't win much for a while. Then I won a couple of football shirt trader raffles, and I'd put in for Dom's Flamengo shirt raffle. And I bought a couple of squares, and he was selling it as he was going along. And then he said, "Oh, the draw's going to be on Thursday," and I play football on a Thursday night, right? I was thinking, I bet he does it at like 8 o'clock. He's in the US, isn't he? And then I said, I'd love this to be my next raffle win. Get back to the car like 9:05, and I had like 50 million notifications, and I'd won. So this one was £16. Because I basically bought 2 raffle squares on it, and it cost me £16.
Christ, that number print is amazing.
Yeah, like the little Adidas in there as well.
Jesus.
So it's funny, isn't it? Because it's a bargain, but I didn't know that I was getting it until I won it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there is stuff out there. I mean, if people have asked me stuff about eBay, especially like Eastern European sellers and whatever else. Like they do offer you shirts at lower price if you just watch them and then look at them, and if you really want it, they'll combine postage for you and offer you for less money and stuff like that. So it's probably all relative, isn't it? Because the Real Madrid shirt's a bargain compared to the £275 one. The United shirt I know is £200 on CFS, so my £60 is a lot of money, but compared to paying £200 for it, it's a bargain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why, because I'm trying to get the home City Kappa one, because we only had one home shirt with Kappa, laser blue one. Yeah, and I'm trying to get that. But every time it comes up on eBay, and it's starting bid of like £40, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So I'll put my bid down, I'll be watching it. And then like last 10 minutes, it'll just shoot up to like £120. And it gets to the point where it's like, I may as well just end up paying classic football shirts price, because they've got it up for about 160 or something. Yeah. Because it'll guarantee that I get it. I know it'll be I know it'll be legitimate as well, because like them Kappa shirts Kappa 90 stuff is so easily faked.
Yeah.
And So I actually want to make sure I get a real one.
I think that, do you know what? I think sometimes people do say about classic football shirts and the high price and stuff, but they've got 100 people. They've got an enormous warehouse. They've got however many overheads they've got. They find shirts that literally all of us are looking for. And we've got, like you say, that Man City shirt, that might come on eBay, once a month, once every 2 months. And they might have 3 of them. And you're like, do you know what? They've found 3 of them. They've paid, I don't know, however much, 80 quid, 90 quid for it to get it from source. They've got to do whatever they've got to do with it. Then they've got to make a profit on it because they're a business at the end of the day. But they've got all the shirts. Like, I know if I want a Borough shirt I'm missing, they've probably got it. Do you know what I mean? Just go and buy it. If you really, really want it, like we were saying before, you could buy 5 shirts for 100 quid, couldn't you? Or you could buy that shirt you love with the same amount of money and just go there and just go and buy it. I went to the shop in the summer, actually, with a mate who I work with. And it's weird, actually, because I'd looked on eBay for so many months at all these shirts, and seeing them in the flesh in the shop, you're like, wow, these shirts are actually even better than the 9 pictures that I've got on eBay of like the sleeve and the collar and 17 different tags to check it's legit. Half the time, you spend more time looking at the tag pictures than the actual pictures of the shirt until it arrives, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, I think they're brilliant. I think they're great. The stuff they do, the stuff they've got is absolutely unprecedented.
Oh God, yeah. I remember I've been to the one in Manchester a couple of times.
Yeah.
I know exactly where the City shirts are in there. Yeah. Up the stairs to the left back wall. But like, it tends to be the case where everyone that I can find that's in my size, I've already got. So
I mean, what was quite good, because my mate always, takes the mick about the shirts I'm buying and stuff. No, they have the wall of like sort of wall of fame sort of shirts. I had about 10 of them, and I reckon I'd paid like how much it would have cost for like 3 of them for all 10, which is always quite satisfying. But
yeah, that's quite fun. Knowing that you've done that.
Yeah.
So any shirt heartbreaks in terms of, I mean, ones that have arrived either fake, broken, or so the episode that's going out today was with the Shirt Union. I filmed it a couple of weeks ago, but he had a Ajax Van der Vaart shirt, and he put it in I think it must be wrapped up in something, but it went in the wash on like either a high wash or it went in the dryer or something. Yeah. And the Van der Vaart print is still fine, but the A&M Ambro or whatever the sponsor is on the site is just gone. It is disappeared. And yeah. So, do you have any similar?
I take a lot of advice from my wife about the washing of football shirts. When she's like, just put them in, Rob, they're 25 years old. Do you know how many times those shirts have been washed? Turn it inside out, throw it in the washing machine, and be done with it. And I'm like, to be fair, they've probably been washed 1,000 times before I get my hands on them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But do you know what, actually? It's probably... I haven't got that many heartbreaks because, it is annoying to lose a shirt by 20p on eBay, but you didn't lose it by 20p. You lost it by 50 quid because your top bid was 65 quid. Their top bid was 120 quid. So it doesn't matter what you put in. They bid their increment was £1 more. So at first I was like, oh, I've just lost a Juve 91 UPIM Kappa shirt by 75p. And then you read about it on eBay and you're like, that person probably put in 120 quid. You put in £63.45, which was your max bid. And once you realise that, you're like, oh, I lost that one. Find a new one. And you move on. But the heartbreak, I suppose, that Real shirt, there was one on with... that's exact same shirt with the Zidane 5 name set, and it looked absolute. Bear in mind, I'd seen one for 275 quid. It was £110 on eBay, which again, I know is a lot of money, but it was half the price. And I put it out on Twitter to see if anyone could help me with it. And it literally took us about an hour to work out that it was fake. And it was like, I could have had the Zidane 5, Real, patches, whole lot done. Brilliant shirt. Yeah, so I managed to get that one for like a little bit more than the fake, which was like, well, fine, I can get a name set for 15 quid. So that's probably the most recent heartbreak. But to be fair, there's probably shirts that I've sold that I think other people have said, I can't believe you've sold that. But then I look at the shirts I've got left and I think I've still got a pretty good set. So the PSG one, I just sold to Forbidden Football Shirts. Now, when they put it on Instagram, I was like, oh my God, that shirt photographs so unbelievably well. But it had tags on, so I'm never going to wear it. And he actually put on Instagram that he really wanted that shirt. And I was like, well, I've got one. Like, I would happily let you guys have it, because I've chatted them to a bit on social media and stuff. Happy for you to have it. But I reckon in maybe like 5 years' time, if I see that, I'm probably going to be like, that would have been a nice one to still have. But it's good knowing that I didn't just lob it on eBay for an auction. It's gone to someone who's got it in the collection, who wanted it. It was one of theirs they wanted. So
when you mean it's got tags, so if you were to get an older shirt with tags, would you not take the tags off?
No, because I know that for somebody else, that would be like a massively collectible piece for them as well.
Yeah.
So I loved having that. I actually wore it like once or twice, just took the little, it was like the Nike Premier tag in the back. It's got that like nice, like a lot of the shirts in the United, I've got a Monaco, like it's got like the little sort of fleecy inside. That's just amazing. So I think I'd worn it once or twice. But I thought if I take these tags out, it does devalue it for some people. And I know that some collectors who might want it in the future, maybe they'll want to have the tag kept on. So yeah, I only had a couple that are like that. To be fair, I buy that many of them from people's lofts and back garden sheds and, you know, some random place in Ukraine that they don't generally come with tags on the stuff that I buy.
I never really thought of that because I've got a few with tags on that I've kept the tags on. So there's the 2004 Cameroon shirt. I say shirt, the one piece.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
So I've kept the tags on that. There's the Homer shirt I mentioned earlier. I've got the tags on that still, and I've got a Las Palmas cancer research limited edition kit. I think they only made like 1,000 of them, so I kept the tag on that too. But I got the 91 away Napoli shirt, and it arrived. I got it from Class Football Shirts. I think I only paid
one.
No,
or the white one.
The white one.
White one, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I paid £80 for it. It was on discount, reduced on Class Football Shirts. Yeah. New with tags in the bag as well. And it arrived at work, and I just ripped it open, took the tag off and stuff. I was like, because I knew that I wanted it. I wanted to wear it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was fine. But now you've explained that to me. I've probably just made someone cry. And if they were there, I was like a savage.
The only one I did buy, so this is my little Umbro phase as well. So I got this Everton one.
Oh, okay.
Right. That was brand new in tags in the bag. Right. I know you can't see that for the listeners, but that is the original tag. Look at the colour of the tag.
That is insane.
You see modern shirts where the tag's not quite as good. And like the colour on the print on the sponsor. I mean, it sounds silly, doesn't it? But brand new in bag from Classic Football Shirts is a brand new shirt. Like there is not a single mark on it. Whereas I bought this one from Morocco, which is the away shirt that goes with it, right? Which is still, you know, really, really good condition. But the colour of the collar is like, should be like what my France shirt is like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, the rest of the shirts, it's in good condition. But those brand new in bags stuff is just, I mean, I've just thought I might as well show that one as well.
While it's there.
Here's your Man City fan. Yeah, I had that as a kid. I love that kit as well. Have I ever had any Man City shirts? I don't think I've ever had a Man City shirt, you know. I do like the Kappa ones. I was very, very close to buying the 91 Brother away shirt. That's like the sort of, is it like a maroony? No, not maroon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What have I done?
That was my walking music. Sorry, everyone. That was that's what I hear when I win a raffle. Yeah, that maroon, like 91 Brother, because I love that Umbro era, and there's some class Man City ones from that time. But I think like the Umbro was gone. I think there was like a chip missing out of the badge, and I thought it was like 60 quid. I thought, even though it's damaged, I'm not one for, if it's really damaged, like I get it, but not one like that where you kind of want it to be more like pristine, don't you? Yeah,
I'm just trying to quickly find it because I think we might be on about the same shirt because I recently won that. I bought that off a website, 97th Vintage.
Right, okay.
Which they don't have a massive football shirt section, but they do. Yeah. And they get some really good shirts on there, and they don't put them up at the value you'd expect. So is it that one?
Yes, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I bought that in a large, condition is incredible for 80 quid.
Wow. because those Umbros from that era, you can be looking at over 100 for some of the English teams, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I think Class Football Shirts should put one up for 160. Same shirt. In a lesser condition as well. So I'm trying to grow my City stuff, and to see that my friend sent to me actually, because I'd never heard of this website before, and he was like, Ollie, this one is incredible, and he sent it me. It was like mid lockdown, and it was up on the website for about 3 months, and no one had bought it. But throughout lockdown, I was hired like a day late, so I didn't qualify for furlough. Right. So I had no income throughout lockdown, so I was like, I can't buy anything.
Yeah.
And then I got my first pay, and I was like, I can't believe this shirt is still there. So it was the first thing I bought. I bought it before I paid rent.
Gotta be done.
Because someone could have sniped it. I actually did. I put up a picture of it. I was like, because this price is too good. I've never heard of this website before. Is this legit? And I made sure to crop out the website, and I scribble out the any branding. And someone managed to find the website it was on. I was like, yeah, I just found the website, and it looks legit to me. And I was like, if you found the website, I'm buying it before
right now.
Before someone else does and thinks it's a good price. So we'll final 2 questions. We'll do one positive, one negative. So we'll end up. We'll start with the negative. Not who. Sorry, what is your most controversial kit opinion, if you have one?
I don't care if badges are printed, sublimated, woven, stuck on with Pritt stick, stuck on with Yoo-hoo glue. You know, I really, really don't care. If it detracts massively from the shirt, I probably don't like the shirt anyway, is kind of my opinion. Because if that's something that I don't like it, if you know what I mean. Like this one has got the like flock material for the Adidas and the France, which it feels absolutely unbelievable. But Borough's new shirts, so the Hummel stuff, we have like the plastic badge. Like they're quite rigid plastic stuff. But on the shirt, you look at that shirt as Borough fans, we think, love that. It's got the collar from our first Riverside season. It's got the Hummel chevrons. It's got the white band. Brilliant. Some people have had problems with the Hummel stuff peeling off, which will probably mean you like the shirt less and probably won't want to buy it anyway. So to be honest, I'm a bit like, I don't really care. Like the Tottenham stuff, that Tottenham one that I showed before, that was all flock. The away one is all sublimated into the shirt, like the sponsor is, the Umbro is, but the badge isn't. But it's still a great shirt. And the design's really good. So yeah, I don't care. I like football shirts that look nice.
Yeah. Okay. We're on this. We're in the same boat for that one. I'm glad. And who's your favorite manufacturer? Obviously, you've touched on Hummel doing some good stuff, and I'm wearing Hummel. Hummel are very good. Everyone likes Hummel.
Yeah. I mean, I bought this was a really random Hummel. I found out it's like I think it's a Swiss or a German sports club who were like an amateur team.
Oh, I like that.
So I think when I had a look, Tottenham and Real Madrid had this print in 1987, 88. So it's quite old, and you can see the numbers of the Hummel.
That's amazing.
So Hummel's probably right up there because we've had it with Borough. I'd say Hummel and the early 90s Umbro and some of the stuff that Umbro are doing now with like all the Brazilian teams and stuff.
Yeah, no, Umbro at the moment smashing it, especially in South America as well, as you say. Final question, which I keep forgetting, but I've remembered this time. Lockdown is a fun time for everyone, and the arts industry is not doing well in terms of no concerts, no live music. So I want the guests to recommend a song, artist, or album from anyone, either your favorite person or what you're listening to at the moment, for people to go check out. And people get nervous at this part because they then have to disclose what their music taste is.
Yeah, I have a really, really varied music. I'm a big 80s fan, so like Joy Division, New Order, Depeche Mode, The Smiths, R.E.M. But thinking about football, Depeche Mode, and the song's called Everything Counts.
Okay.
Is a pretty good song, and there's a line that goes like, everything counts in large amounts. And I think most of us who own football shirts count every penny and really like having a large football shirt collection. So yeah, I'll go for that one.
like it. So the biggest collection I've spoken to was Mike from Footy Shirts, and I think he's got about 500 shirts now.
Yeah.
And I did mention that someone actually, I don't know how they found my account yesterday, but they started following me and they were like, "Oh yeah, so what is kitted out? I've not listened." So I explained what the main podcast is and what Kit Room is. As I go through their collections, he's like, "Oh well, I've got 1,000 shirts." So I was like, "Okay, I'll have you on at some point, I suppose."
That's crazy. Like, I spoke to the guy in the post office this morning, and he said, "Oh, I'll give you your post for today as well." I was like, "Oh yeah, brilliant. I'll just pick it up." I said, "Oh, don't worry, you'll probably see me loads because I collect football shirts." "You want football shirts?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I collect football shirts and football scarves." I was like, "Right, okay." He said, "And I'm really good friends with Jamie Carragher's manager. So, I've got a Kenny Dalglish shirt from the 80s. I've got a Kevin Keegan shirt from the 70s. I've got a signed like Rush match worn. I've got a signed Carragher, Gerrard, Fowler match worn." I was thinking, wow. That's great.
And you're working here?
Yeah.
No, I've recently just found out that my new assistant manager at work is a shirt collector. And I found out accidentally because I went in to hand in my sick note, and I was wearing the 2000 City shirt, and he was like, "Oh, nice. Is that just like because you're a City fan, or do you like retro shirts?" So I was like, "Both." And he was like, "Me too." And I'm very happy because there's a lot of people there who don't like football, so I have no one to talk to about it. So I finally do.
There you go.
And shirts too. But that is the end of the episode. So YouTube listeners, watchers, thank you for watching, listening, and sticking around for, I think we've been going for about an hour. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment if you feel it's necessary. Why not? If you want to follow Rob on Twitter, his link for his his link for his account will be the top link line. Oh, wow. And his Instagram will be down there too. And if you're listening on audio platforms, same thing. I'll put his links in descriptions. Thank you for listening. Rob, thank you for joining me.
Cheers. Thanks for having me on. It's been great.
And I will see you next week for an episode I haven't arranged yet, but I will by next week. Bye.